It is the time for the Power Hour show of 194. That is correct, everybody. We are Lost Puppy Forever. We are live here on Twitch.tv. Welcome to your January 11th Lost Puppy Forever live music podcast. Today is a special day because we are continuing our podcast here, our stream here on Twitch.tv, podcast stream, whatever you want to call it. Boom Puppy and I are here. Boom Puppy is in the house today. He is excited to be back. He is back from his princess cruise. If you didn't catch that, you can go back into our feed on Facebook Live. But we wanted to let you know that we're both here today for Travel Show part number 2. We got a special show for you because we're kind of switching up a little things in the, rearranging for the new year. So without further ado, Boom Puppy, are you in the house? Boom Puppy's in the house. All right, he is here. We are here. We're both here, and we wanted to let you know. Something good. Something good's gonna happen today because we're gonna give you. I'm just gonna go live right now. 1, 2, 3. Where my people at? Woohoo! Hi, everybody. Hello. It is us, Lost Puppy Forever. How are you all doing out there in the Twitcherverse? That's right. Anyways, we wanted to let you guys know that today is our continuation of our chat and travel review of our cross-country journey that took us from the East Coast all the way to the West Coast. And we have a highlighted map there, right here. You can check it out. Check it out, Caramello. We have the highlighted map of the Route 80 travels of all the states that we've gone through. If you want to see part 1, definitely it's still on our page there, on our Twitch page. Go ahead and check out part 1 for all the cool stuff that we've been talking about. But today we're going to just start off the whole thing talking to you live, chatting about the adventures and thus far, and then we're gonna play some music at the end, and it's gonna be fun. So stick around for that. We got a couple songs for you at the end. Just the greatest show on earth. Okay, so the first state that we wanted to start off with, because we left off in Iowa. So I want to say that Iowa was great, and we boogied out of Iowa because it was super cold that morning. We had water bottles in the car, and when we opened the car doors, literally the water bottles were like frozen, which we've never ever experienced. Boom Puppy, what did you think of that? Drinking water. Okay. All right. So now the next state obviously was gonna be Nebraska. So we got our butts all the way over. We did a pit stop in Omaha, and basically, I don't know if you guys knew this, but see that division border between Iowa and Nebraska? Omaha is literally right there. So one thing that we wanted to let you know is that if you guys are traveling between these states and you're super tired, just note that the border, that bordering line that separates the states, there's a huge difference there. We basically, stayed in Iowa because the hotel was there that we got. But if we had just continued about 20 more minutes, we could have stayed in even a much more cooler hotel that was attached to a zoo. So we love going to zoos and stuff and seeing all the animals and stuff. And I know that the Best Western has a, because we were doing kind of like a Best Western dog tour of all the hotels because we were trying to get our rewards on. So anyway, heads up. that there is a really cool property near the zoo in Nebraska if you guys want to go there. And you guys could definitely take a look and stay in a hotel close to the zoo and all that stuff. So next time we do this routing either from the West Coast to the East Coast or the East Coast to the West Coast, we're definitely bypassing staying in Iowa and stuff. It was fine, but it was kind of scary, but you know, it was cold, but we had a good time anyways. We just, you know, made sure that, you know, all of our stuff was together and we loaded all of our stuff in. Yeah, it was Council Bluff, Iowa, and we just made sure that we took all of our valuables into the room with us. So that's a good tip, right? That's a totally great tip. That's right. And so, all better than Council Bluff. That's right. Okay, Boom Puppy preferred everything else but Council Bluff, okay? Anyways, it's okay because it's our 420 show, the Power Hour. We say whatever we want. It's a DIY production over here. So, you know, as Lizzo said, truth hurts. Something more exciting. Well, I'll give you something more exciting. So basically, we drove all the way through Nebraska. We boogied, and you can do the whole state of Nebraska in a day. If you're driving and you're going the speed limit, you can totally make it pretty much all the way into the next state. And it's not going to take you that long. So, you know, and, you know, like there are apps like that measure like how fast you're going. We uploaded something called Radar Bot just to kind of give us a heads up on like if people were scanning, especially the highway patrols and stuff. And it totally worked. Or if there's like some weird traffic situation. So definitely check your phone, the Google Plays or whatever you're rocking on your phone when you're driving, because there are some apps that will tell you, you know, kind of like heads up, there's a situation ahead of you. All right, so the next place that we actually ended up staying at was in another state. So we went from Nebraska into Wyoming, and right there, like where that little tiny hotel is in the Wyoming part, we stayed at a really, really cute Best Western. It was actually a Best Western Plus. So Best Western has like, and by the way, we're not endorsed by Best Western. We are just being smart puppies and using our points because they have a rewards program. And we're just being like frugal and stuff, but we wanted just to kind of stay somewhere and then go, because we weren't trying to, you know, if we could have a super puppy mobile by Elon Musk and our Dogecoin would pay for it, we would have just like got our own plane, but that didn't happen. We decided to drive. So our Boom Puppy drove the whole time. He's a really good puppy driver. Did you know that? What is that? Yes. Oh, yes, you have your card. He got a souvenir card to our room. All right. So the next place that we stayed at, like literally was in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I want to say coming into Cheyenne was really like incredible because we so this drive, so we plowed through Nebraska. We pretty much hit like that late afternoon sunset time, just, you know, and it got us into Cheyenne. And literally what everybody knows about Wyoming is that the sun, I mean, like literally, I'm going to tell you something. If you're a graffiti artist or any type of artist, a visual artist, take your booties to Wyoming because it's a natural spray of color. And I'm talking about like blends and stuff like that. So if you use a spray can, especially a spray can, I would say you're going to be really super inspired, and because the sky is amazing there. They had some really crazy cloud formations, and they also had some really intense color sprays. We were able to witness like oranges and like reds and pinks and all this stuff, and we love graffiti, so I literally was like, wow, this is like a natural graph piece above us. And we felt like we got this vibe, like we were like coming in as cow dogs into Wyoming, and we're gonna go stay somewhere. It was pretty cool. So anyways, what you hear about Wyoming sunsets, or sunrises for that matter, are pretty much true. So we're going to have to shout out to the state of Wyoming, because you do have a natural beauty about where you guys are in that particular state. So we ended up staying at a really cool Best Western Plus. Now, the pluses usually have like some type of extra amenities available, and you know what? We like off the fly called, and they had a room available for us. We talked to the lady at the desk. She was able to take down our request, which was amazing. And she told us that the plus point here was and the thing is another thing that we were gunning for on our trip was we wanted to pretty much stay as close to the freeways as possible. We didn't want to like have to drive 15 to 20 minutes to go to a specific place. So like the closer to the freeway, on-ramps and exits and all that stuff, the better. So this Best Western Plus in Cheyenne, Wyoming was amazeballs. I have to say it gets reviews. It's got out of 5 puppy paws, people have given this a 4.5 puppy rating, just general people on their website. But I'm going to tell you what the hotel was that we stayed at. It was the Best Western Plus, and it has a name. It's called the Frontier Inn, and that's located in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Frontier Inn, give it a shout out. What's up? What's up? They took us in right like as the sunset was literally setting, and it got super, super dark. So I just want to tell you that it was right off the freeway, and there was a giant truck stop across the way, so we were able to kind of get our quick snacks and something at the truck stop to have to eat. And then we checked in, and literally like we moseyed on in there, and it was super cute. Their hotel was super clean on the outside. They had a great foyer, and the lady was there, and she totally expected us, so she had everything ready. We were amazed that the check-in process only like took less than 5 minutes. And the cool part is they had welcome cookies, like hot chocolate chip cookies, and we were like, what? They had a computer area in the front, and then she gave us our ticket, our all our stuff to the room. We checked in, and we passed it up, and the plus point of that place, it had a pool, and it had a jacuzzi, and Boom Puppy totally took advantage of all of that. So, Boom Puppy, what do you think of your experience over at the Frontier Inn in Cheyenne? You want to tell everybody? He's coming.
5 and a shot of water. 5, I love it. It was the greatest place ever. We're yelping, everybody yelp.
Yes.
Great, we'll see you in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I'm over here. I'm doing technical stuff.
Okay, so I just want to say because we had been driving all day, and we did not know what to expect in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Honestly, this is something else that you guys might want to do if you're driving anywhere and you're exploring things on your own or with a friend. Try to kind of get an overview of the city that you are planning to stay at that night. So you can literally go to Google and ask Google, is this place cool to stay at overnight? And then there's going to be random comments from different people. You can shake those out and figure out is like, hey, should I do that? If you roll in and it's like super, super cool and you're down with it, that's great. But if you get a weird vibe, then you can know like, oh my gosh, well, maybe not. Maybe I should just keep driving 20 more minutes and maybe I'll find something, better. But we were really excited because once we got to the property, it was super well managed and it was super cute. They had a whole bunch of like Western detail that we didn't think that they were gonna have, like lots of cool tchotchkes, and then the ladies there were super awesome, and we had a great time, and we love the welcome cookies and the welcome snacks and all the Hershey Kisses, and our room was amazing, so we were able to like literally sleep and take showers. It was awesome. So shouts out to Cheyenne, Wyoming, the Best Western Plus Frontier Inn. That's a good spot. So if you guys are planning to do this drive, because I know we're in the middle of Omicron or whatever, that's a good place to stay at. Tell them Lost Puppy Forever sent you. All right. The next place that we did is we woke up that following morning, and we basically got into the car and we pretty much crossed the state of Wyoming all the way into Utah. Now, I have a story to tell you because we basically at the end of the day, it was kind of maybe like 4 o'clock-ish. So we got to the border where kind of like that corner part of Wyoming meets Utah. And we were like, oh, yeah. We found another Best Western, right? And we were like, we go into a place, and it's literally it's on Route 80, and it goes right into Utah after, but it was called Evanston, Wyoming, and we went to the property, and we were like, I don't think so. So I'm glad we didn't pre-book that online, because there was nobody there. It was kind of like, I don't know, it was kind of creepy. And we were
It's
just
a Manor Place bar.
And there was another, so there's
right on the border.
there's a bar that's like right in there, and you know what? It has great reviews online. We didn't see anybody there, so we kind of got freaked out a little bit.
We're not snowboarding and doing shots.
Yeah, and the thing is like, I'm sure that this place is a
shots,
party
shots,
place
shots.
for snowboarders and skiers and
Shots,
stuff,
shots,
and
shots.
people are trying to go skiing and stuff
Minor
with
place,
like
underage
college age people partying in large groups or whatever,
shots.
because there's like a bar there.
Shots.
If you're not with like a ton of people, I mean, we just kind of like took a gut feeling on this, and we're just like, yeah, let's just keep driving. So that's when that kicked in for us. So we kept driving, and then we were able, probably within an hour and 15 minutes, we made it obviously over the border into Utah, into Colville, Utah, where we found another, BW Plus. And this one was called the Best Western Holiday Hills in Colville, Utah. Now, Colville, Utah is considered like an outer part of Salt Lake City. So we were kind of like making some good time. We were really excited about that. And, we again called up and we're like, yeah, what is the exit to get off your stuff? And the kid didn't know, but that's okay, because we found out on our directions. We had not just a GPS on our phone, we had a GPS on the car, we got GPS everywhere. So we were able to find it, and lo and behold, like, it was right off the freeway and across the street from another truck stop. So I think the Best Western industry is like really strategically placing like hotels near truck stops, which is great, because like for travelers that are not trying to veer off the freeway that hardcore, we totally appreciated it. This place was really cool. So there was a lot of people, this is what we're thinking, a lot of ski people were there, like people that, because we kind of did this around like the holiday time, the end of December, and it was cool because people were, like cool, like, because they had their skis and stuff, and families and people, and they wanted to go check it out. Now, I think that this place gets the overflow from the people that can't really afford to stay in Park City. So they come down, and then, they do that there. But it's a great stay, and it's not that far. So definitely go and check this place out. If you are driving, this place is a cool place to stay. They had great, and by the way, all of the Best Westerns had really awesome, you could have like, they give you complimentary stuff for breakfast and stuff like that. So
I didn't like the Mormon toilet though in Utah.
Okay.
No Mormon toilet.
Utah did have small toilets, and Blue Puppy was
no
not
Mormon
happy.
toilet.
All right. So we want to shout out to the people there, because the thing is like, one thing too about our room, it was really awesome. They put us on the higher floor so that we get some quietness, but everybody was clopping around in their ski boots all day, all night. We were like, what is that noise? And it was just people walking around in their ski stuff, because, apparently people that ski like to sleep in their boots. I'm not really sure about that. But anyway, so besides all of that, it was a really visual place to be. There were, we didn't realize this until we left, but you can actually, like, in the morning, I would say, or like late afternoon, you can actually walk down a really cool trail, and they have like little cows and like cool things to see. It's like there's a farm next door that's super cute, and people were traveling, were walking their dogs and stuff along it, and it looked really cool in the snow. So definitely go check this place out. I know that they had a fitness room, and they had giant TVs everywhere, and the people there were really, really nice. And I definitely would say, highly recommend, if you're trying to stay by the freeway, be on a budget, and kind of like enjoy the perks of Park City, you know, this is a decent place to stay because literally Colville in Park City, you're talking like 20 minutes, and then you get to see on your ride, like there's all these like big rock formations and stuff like that. So then we kept driving through Utah, and we were like, we were just enamored because we did not I had never done it, and Boom Puppy and I were just taking a look at stuff. But did you guys know, I didn't know this at all, and we had to Google this while we were driving, that they had the smog alert in Salt Lake City. We did not know that Salt Lake City had like a smog situation similar to LA, and it's pretty crazy because you think, oh, it's Salt Lake City, it's up in the mountains, people ski there, yeah, we had no idea that this was a situation, and we actually saw the layer, and it was totally crazy. So if you watch their news, their local news, they'll be like, oh yeah, the smog today is da-da-da-da. So we found that really weird, but it's a bummer because it's a really visual place to be. Like I said, the rock formations and all that stuff is really cool. But what we were really looking forward to was the legendary Bonneville Salt Flats. That's right. So we drove through, and it didn't take us very long from the Colville, the Best Western, to get to the Bonneville Salt Flats. It was maybe a couple hours tops. And we were going the speed limit, so we were trying to look at everything. We didn't stop. And one thing about Park City, too, if you guys are ski in, ski out, there's all kinds of places to stay. You can Vrbo that stuff or Airbnb. But you know what was really funny that we got a kick out of? We saw the literally first sign of the Whole Foods, and we totally were cracking up. We're like, oh my gosh, we're getting closer to California. Anyways, so we, so yeah, like, you know, there's a whole bunch of amenities, and you can definitely go shopping there. There's lots and lots of shopping. So we kept driving, and then we ended up definitely getting into that Salt Flat area, like once kind of we got through, you know, Salt Lake City, and this is really amazing. Now, something that we didn't realize was, for the first time, you could pull over and stuff, and people actually did pull over, do some artwork on the salt flats along the way. So some people have carved stuff into the salt. You could see like people's initials and stuff like that. Some people got really creative. We saw like some construction of art that was like a sea serpent that was going in and out of the salt flats.
The sharks, the salt sharks.
The salt sharks, and so
the best one. The sharks,
yeah,
the best one.
The sharks. Some people made sharks that were swimming around like the fins and stuff.
The shopping cart art.
And the shopping cart art was really cool. So like there have been like basically it's like an open art gallery. You know, you just have to be really careful because you are on a freeway. So just be careful if you're gonna do all that stuff. But there is a place that you can pull over to the side of the road, and it's actually not, there's a truck stop I think before it, but then when you keep driving some more, there's gonna be signs that you're gonna see it's gonna say Bonneville Salt Flats. This is pretty much like the place.
Westbound rest area is the best.
Yeah, this is where you want to get off.
No, the best place is.
And there's a bathroom.
The Bonneville Speedway, the Bonneville Salt Flat Speedway exit. It's at Lombard, West Lombard, East Lombard, East Lombard, right on the border on the Utah side.
There you go. So basically, like we stopped off in that rest stop area, and that was fine.
We wanna get a drive.
But the next stop, if you go to the Speedway, you can literally drive off towards the Speedway, and you can get your car and drive on it, and you can do donuts. You could do whatever you want out there as fast as you can go. But what we ended up doing is we ended up going into the Salt Flat area and taking pictures and stuff. We did some Naruto running, which was really fun for us, and we were just enjoying it. There was other people out there taking pictures and stuff too, but like I said, go one more exit beyond the truck stop the official one, and you know, the rest area is what they call them. Go one more to the speedway, and you guys can totally race each other, and or drive your car on there and do some, you know, moving stuff if you want to do like some shooting out there for I don't know, your music videos or whatnot. But anyways, we were really excited to learn about that, and you're in the middle of salt, so it's really, really good just to be in that element because you're kind of like getting a giant spa treatment for free. Anyway, we had a good time out there, and this is a picture we're going to show you of Boom Puppy in his mask that he got as a souvenir from the store. He is Taz there, and this was the picture that he took at the Salt Flats. So we were really, really excited for Boom Puppy to, you know, get out and get a mask. That was fun for Boom Puppy. All right, and so then, you know, we hung out at the Salt Flats for like an hour, and there was some awesome, there's all kinds of people taking pictures out there. So, you know, like I said, you know, have fun. And if you have a bike on your car, go bike riding out there. It would be so much fun to do that. We want to do that next time. Heads up, we have already decided to do this. Now, Lost Puppy Forever, we have our puppy mobile now. So we're gonna do a generator show out there as soon as this Omicron like gets a hold, everybody gets a hold of what's going on and people start feeling better. We plan to do a Lost Puppy Forever generator show on the Salt Flats. We're gonna tell you more about it. So what I wanna let you guys know, because this is exclusive Twitch information right now, if you're not part of the Familia yet, please go ahead and just join us, because then you'll be able to find out when we're gonna be doing that generator show, along, you know, hopefully with some other collaborative people. Okay, so anyways, moving on into the state of Nevada. So we drove into Nevada. That day was a really long drive. Boom Puppy was driving, and he must have driven for like almost 6 hours. So the next place that we stopped off at was a stop. It was just a rest stop, and it was like literally on the border of Utah and Nevada. And
Little America.
America?
Little America,
yes. And it was in Wendover, Nevada.
Oh no, Wendover.
Or maybe Utah. It was Wendover. So I think it was Nevada. So here's the deal.
Welcome to Nevada.
Wendover.
Yeah. Salt Lake.
Yes. So basically, we got gas at a Shell station, and we were totally tripped out.
Shout out to all the
because Boom Puppy saw something familiar in Wendover, Nevada that he hadn't seen all trip long. And for that matter, it reminded him of San Francisco's South Van Ness and 16th Street. That's right. We're giving a shout out. Yes, it's called Crispy Crunchy Chicken, aka Hooker Chicken. And basically, that's like really crazy information right now that there's a location out in Wendover, Nevada at a Shell station. And so we were totally cracking up. It just reminded us of home, which is always super nice. So after we like left there, and you know what? They have casinos that you can stay at there and, you know, spend the night there. But we were like, no, we can make it. We can make it because
next time we stop.
Next time we're gonna stop there because there is a cool
Hooker
casino
Chicken.
There that's called the Montego Bay Casino.
What's
they have
up,
a hotel.
Mikey
Yes.
What's up, Benders? Shout out to Benders. Just announced Noise Pop's coming back to Benders February.
Noise Pop
Last
is
week,
coming back
week
to
of February.
Benders. Shouts out to Benders.
Shout out to Benders and the staff and the regulars. You know who you are.
That's
anyway,
right.
Back to Wendover.
Wendover. So then we ended up.
Paddleboard.
So this is Nevada. So it kind of got like really like on the freeway. It just got kind of like bare, and it was like super deserty cold. And we were like, oh snap! We could feel the snow coming on. So we were trying to like do a time race with the snow and the cold, because like you know we were rushing. We were totally rushing. And so anyway, we basically made it to a mining town, and it's totally, because there's signs for it and everything, and it has a really funny name. It's totally reminds me of Chevy Chase's movie, like, you know, the vacation movies that he had. But anyway, so it's Winnemucca, Nevada. Winnemucca!
Shout out to Winnemucca!
Shout out to Winnemucca.
Winners to Winnemucca.
We did a pit stop there to go get some gas, and we were considering staying there.
Winnemucca.
There's a couple places to stay there. But
gas station was cool.
Yeah,
the convenience station, that
and
guy
it
was cool.
Fine.
What's up
it's
to all damn American friends and pump gas?
We totally love the fact that one of their streets was called, what was that name?
Merle Haggard Street.
Not Merle Haggard Street, but it was
Millbury.
I don't know. It was
Mega
a funny
Whoopee.
name. I'll have to figure it out.
Clusterfuck Street or something.
Yeah, Malarkey Street.
Malarkey.
That's right. That was so funny. We were totally cracking up that one of their streets, like near Main Street, was called Malarkey Street.
All the casinos are.
That's where the Malarkey starts.
A lot of casinos
That sounds
there.
like something that Joe Biden would say. Anyway.
Hooker hotels without hooker chicken.
That's exactly right. So we were just like, you know, for the same amount of price that we're going to stay here, we're just going to keep driving. So we made that on-the-spot decision to drive like 2 more hours to Reno. And I'm glad we did, because number one, we saved, you know, $30. And we got to stay in our favorite property in Reno, which is the Atlantis Casino.
Little biggest city.
We were so excited. We got into Reno in the evening time, like right before 6 p.m. The sun had gone down already. We made the reservation, and we used, since we had gone there before, we were also members in their member thingy, and it got us a discount, which is awesome. And, you know, we were stoked about that. So,
that's also,
shouts out
I like
to
the
the
shouts
Atlantis
out.
Casino.
Shouts out too. The 2nd Street Mint on 2nd Street, the dispensary. Shout out to you guys.
And
to find the DJ,
yes.
the famous DJ that waited on me. I was surprised. I was shocked. You saw me.
We don't know if this was Andre Lucero, the DJ.
Yes, that's up, Andre. Thank you, Andre, for the help and service.
We
Happy the whole
know
crew
your
at Mint.
flyers from the city, so if
Had
you're the
no
same
idea.
dude, shouts
no
out
idea.
to Mint.
I
And
got-
it's MYNT.
I got
That's
a half
for our
ounce,
420 community.
half ounce downtown Reno of the kind from a famous DJ, world class that is.
That's
Speak
right.
the beats, bring back the beats. So thank
We
you,
don't
Reno.
know, but
and Atlantis, thank you.
That's
Atlantis.
how we're gonna play it.
It's a let's go. My shouts out to my East Coast. It's going way back to the Mohican Sun Reservation Tribe. Who owns that? The Mohican Sun.
The Mohican Sun people
I hope
now
the wording's
own
right.
the
Yeah.
Atlantis.
Mohican Sun. Anyway, Mohican Sun now owns the Atlantis, our favorite casino in Reno.
Yeah, it's totally cool.
The Atlantis. We also like
and
to say a
believe
sound.
it or not-
7 seconds. Bass player Steve Dew shouts out, manager, floor manager of the Sands Casino. That's our second favorite casino. But yeah, we'll go back.
We'll go back and
We'll
do
go
a review
back to
on that.
Winnemucca. We'll go back to Windover. We need more time.
We need more time when
need
it's
more
not
time.
snowing. So check this out.
Scarlet Puppy in the house.
We
Listen to the beat.
made
Whoop, whoop.
it into Reno, and we were totally stoked because we got in right before the rush happened. And this is literally before like New Year's Eve, and we were just like, whoa, like there's just so many people. I was tripped out. Like people are driving everywhere. So they might not be flying on planes, but they were flying on planes because of the holiday season. People are driving. People are out, you know. And the one thing that, you know, I want to have to say through the whole process is that each state had like definitely a different personality type, a different like thing going on. And what we noticed between like, you know, all of the states, like some states had more better mask etiquette than others. So I'm just gonna say, like, if you're wearing your mask and stuff, don't be ashamed to wear your mask, because like there's a like, you know, you're gonna like go places, you're like, oh my gosh, they were wearing masks, they were wearing masks, they were wearing masks. But anyways, we just kept wearing our puppy masks and we were fine. So we ended up getting a really great room, and we were totally excited to be in the casino, and I totally started exploring a little bit. I even put some money into a slot machine and it didn't win anything, but that's okay. It was fun and it was restful.
What's up, Laker money? LeBron James, I won $10.
And Boom Puppy
Won
won
$10.
money off the sports book.
First half.
That's right.
Arizona, 3.5. That half point got me $10.
That's right.
Thank you, LeBron James.
It was really fun.
Akron, Ohio.
And
What's
I
up?
got to try the sushi bar, and that was really good. And you know, they have great deals. You can upload the menu on your phone and then call them, and they can make it ready for you. Or what I noticed for the sushi people, now if you're at the Atlantis Casino in Reno, if you go to the sushi bar, for $35 per person, they have the all-you-can-eat, which is intense because I didn't know this, but I was like reading about like this bar. We've gone there so many times, and each time I've been like, no thanks. I mean, to the point where we've stayed there so much, and this is the first time I ever tried it, and I was like reading about it, and I didn't know that the head sushi chef was like a dude, like in the cuisine industry or whatever. And he was all the sushi was really, really good, and like they have all kinds of concoctions. So definitely, if you're a sushi fan, if you're just there overnight, this is a good place to go to. There was a lot of people. I'm sure you can call in for reservations, and they have parking in the parking lot if you want to do that. But I definitely would say, it's a really good place to go have sushi. And, so shouts out to Reno. So the next day, we woke up really early. We wanted to be in the car and out because we saw on the news that the snow was coming, and we were like, oh snap, we gotta get on the freeway, right? And so then we ended up getting up really early. We were out of there by 10, but I have
Before checkout.
Before the checkout, because
thank you for the late
that
checkout
was
we didn't use.
crazy. But anyway, we got chains for the car, and the AutoZone was just down the street. And then after, what we did is we went to this cool place for bagels called Truckee Bagels, and that was super, super delicious. So
high-end bagels.
Yeah, they were really good. You know what they reminded me of?
Straight from the Bronx.
They reminded me, now for all you San Francisco people watching right now, longtime San Francisco or even visitors to San Francisco that like bagels.
Queens.
In the Mission, back in the day, there used to be a famous bagelry called Katz Bagels. That's Katz Bagels. And they make fresh bagels every day. And they had signature cream cheeses that they made every day. I wanted to say, when I ordered, I didn't realize, because I ordered an everything bagel with a jalapeno cream cheese. And you know what? When I tasted it, it was really, really good. But it reminded me of good old Katz Bagels in the Mission. I lived across the street, and we're totally spoiled. I had no idea. And that place was like notorious on a Sunday. You were waiting in line for Katz Bagels. So same thing with the Truckee Bagels. Now that's on the main street on Virginia Street in Reno. So make sure you can actually order. A lot of people are ordering online and then just walking in and picking it up. They have that service. But if you're gonna be there on site, they are super, super popular. So you could be waiting up to 10 minutes for your order, but it's well worth it. So then we were on our way because we were trying to beat Jack Frost, because literally the whole news the night before was like, I don't know if you're gonna make it. You may need chains, blah, 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 blah. We did not know. Now, watching what the aftermath was on the most recent news, we did not know what we were in for. That was the crazy part. So we were like, okay, we got chains, we're set up, and we're gonna make it through, right? So we're driving, and then all of a sudden, it was cool for a minute, and then it got kind of intense, because the intensity came from the rain. There's lots and lots of rain. We're like, oh gosh, we're gonna make it through, and we did. And all of a sudden, there was some snow, but we were in a special window of opportunity. And we literally crossed into California, waved to the dude in the little booth and stuff, and no change required, okay? Now, the crazy part is,
people were vaping line.
Yeah, people were doing all kinds of stuff in their car.
People were throwing stuff
There
out,
was
all those Tahoe skiers.
all those Tahoe skiers were just having a moment.
Skier, what's up?
But we
skiers?
were in a window, like I said, where we did not require any change, and we were so lucky. But we had them, and we were like, oh man, had no idea. But then we ended up, making it through to California. We did do a stop in Colfax, California.
Colfax!
Because Boom Puppy wanted a snack, so we
First time to have a car.
We
First time in Colfax.
we stopped in Colfax before, but on a bus.
Only at the bus stop.
And
at the
yeah,
little wood cabin store.
Before we had a puppy mobile, we used to do like green things, and we were really at it.
Bus.
Yeah, we did all kinds of stuff. We're like, why should we drive? Let other people do it, right? So anyways, we used to take all these cool like travel buses and stuff like that, and just fall asleep, wake up somewhere else, it was fine. And we tried to minimize our travel footprint and be kind of green about it. But this was the first time that we were in Colfax in our own automobile, so we got to see the other side. There's a whole other side to Colfax. They got like all kinds of little shops and cute things and grocery store if you need that. But we were just right there, and it started raining really intensely, and there was a lot of snow. Like we were like, oh, okay, it's starting to flurry and everything. And then as we were driving through Colfax down towards the Sacramento area, the snow started, and literally we made it to our particular home puppy destination like about an hour after we got back to our puppy house and turned on the news, and literally chains were required. So we had literally missed the chain requirement for that monumental snow situation that damaged power lines. People are still trying to get their power back after 14 days. I'm talking like we caught that at the beginning, which was crazy. And so we were like, damn, I'm so glad we left early and like we missed the chain requirement. So this is one travel tip. Make sure, even if you don't want to, make sure you check it on your phone or turn on the tube. Just check out what the local news is saying, especially weather. Just because if you don't know the area, and we know that area fairly well, it just like, especially if it's winter time or whatever, it's always good just to find out like what the weather is locally, and you can totally Google that. We were also on an app called AccuWeather for all the different localities that we were at. So definitely, there's a way to use your smartphone and be smart, but street smart at the same time. So smart, triple smart, right? All right. So then we got to our destination, which is great, and that's our travel show, part 2. It's all done. It's all good in the hood. So right now, we're just gonna do something different. We're gonna play a couple of tunes out, and after that, that's it. We're trying some new stuff on our puppy channel. We're trying to chat with you guys more. I did want to ask the room, has anybody gone to any of these places? Any of you had? Did you like it? Or if you're on 80, either coming or going or whatever, if we missed something, please put that in the chat, because I'm sure other people are going to want to know. Okay, what do you got there?
Lottery ticket giveaway! It's time
Lottery ticket giveaway! All right.
Go to the screen!
Come up to the screen!
Go to the screen! Onto the screen! Lottery tickets!
Lottery ticket toss!
1, 2, 3!
All right. So we are going to look at. We got some new setup over here. New setup over here. Let's just go ahead and play you out.
That's Scarlet Puppy, the one and only! Scarlet Puppy!
That's right.
Scarlet Puppy!
What's up, Twitch?
Scarlet Puppy!
Boom Puppy!
Scarlet Puppy! 2 songs Tuesday, here we go!
2 songs for Tuesday. What's up, baby Cameron? My teeny tiny. Hi. Hello. All right. Let's do this. This is called How You Know. Shout out to our channel community.